If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, following Kylie Jenner's breakup with Travis Scott, she was spotted at the studio around 2 o'clock in the morning with Tyga. And Kevin Gates gets banned from all Louisiana prisons. Plus, 3-6 Mafia is going home. Let's talk hip-hop. Alright, yo, so there's a couple pictures of like Kylie Jenner creeping around in the middle of the night at the studio that Tyga is at, right?
They're talking about Tyga. Tyga! Tyga!
It's funny because the internet is going crazy. Twitter is like, yo, Kylie Jenner responded to that 2 a.m. text. You up? Yo, what you doing? Right? Straight after she breaks up with Travis Scott, she ends up going to the studio with this dude, Tyga, right? It's funny as hell, right? But the whole situation is, one, Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott didn't break up yesterday, just announced the breakup yesterday. They broke up probably 5 weeks ago. And, you know, two, I'm sure nothing was really going on with Tyga and Kylie Jenner, right? So Kylie Jenner actually saw this and responded to it, right? So she's like, yo, the internet always tries to make something 100 times worse or more dramatic than it really is. There was no 2 a.m. date with Tyga, and you see me dropping off my two friends at the studio, and that's where he just happened to be, right? Now, I hear you, Kylie, I hear you, right? But of course, she's not gonna just go on Twitter and be like, yup, that's right, I was creeping with Tyga, right? Of course, she's gonna try to come up with some kind of excuse, right? And then, you know, I mean, the excuse is probably true. You know, I don't think that, you know, she would turn around and go right back to Tyga, but even if she does, who cares? Like, she's a grown-ass woman, and so is Tyga, and they could do whatever they want to do, man. So anyway, then she goes on to say, Travis and I are on great terms, and our main focus right now is Stormy, their daughter, our friendship, and our daughter is a priority, right? So that's cool, man. So it seems like, you know, they just doing their thing. You know, Travis Scott is about to drop his album and his single on Friday. And like I said yesterday, man, I don't know, man. This whole shit might just be a whole bunch of publicity and everything for Travis Scott to drop his album and for everybody to be like, yo, Travis Scott, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And his streams go up, right? Because she did it before when he dropped Astro World and posted him on her page. So now you got to up the ante. You got to do something up. Something else. Let's fake this whole breakup, and then we'll get back together like in a month or something like that. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Alright, so that picture that you see there, right, is with Kevin Gates and a couple dudes, and he went to go see the OG C Murder, right? Now, the whole situation is that C Murder, man, he got locked up in 2002 for shooting some kid allegedly outside of a club or something like that. Some 16-year-old dude. I mean, both of them were young, but C Murder was a little older than him, right? The whole thing is, though, that C Murder says that he didn't do it, right? And I kind of believe him on this one, right? He also says that he ain't gonna snitch, but he knows exactly who did it, right? So now he ended up being locked up for mad long behind the murder that he didn't even commit, right? So he was granted an appeal, actually, probably, I would say, 10 years ago, and then he was out of prison for a little bit, he was out and walking around. But the thing is that they reconvicted him. You know, granted the appeal means that basically they'll give you a whole trial again, and so they gave him the whole trial again, and then they found him guilty again the second time, and they sentenced him to life in prison, right? So now he's actually in a Louisiana state penitentiary just serving out his life sentence in prison, right? So Kevin Gates, who's also from Louisiana, went and visited the OG, Triple OG, right? And in there, you know, he's chilling, taking pictures, and you can see Kevin Gates like covering up his face with like a fan of money, because that's what rappers do, right? But the whole thing is that there's a law that you can't bring in more than $300 worth of cash into a state penitentiary, obviously for reasons of like maybe smuggling drugs or paying somebody for, you know, doing what they do in there or whatever the case may be, right? So they opened an investigation on Kevin Gates because he came through with all of that money, right? And I was like, yo. So anyway, the investigation finally finished, and the whole situation is that they determined that they're gonna ban Kevin Gates from all Louisiana prisons, you know, from here on out, right? So the whole thing is that now, and I'm sure like he's not going to lose any sleep over not being able to go to a prison, but since he is from Louisiana, I'm sure he might have family, friends, kinfolk, or whatever like that who he wants to go visit, and now he can't go visit them. I mean, if they locked up in Georgia or Mississippi or something, he can, but not in Louisiana, right? And then also, I want to know like how long is the ban for, right? Is it like a forever kind of thing? Is it like 5 years? Is it like just 2019? Like how long can he not go visit somebody in state prison, right? But this whole situation is crazy, and let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Alright, Joe, this is fire, right? So Juicy J goes on Twitter, right? And he's like, Memphis, Tennessee, South Haven, October 12th. First 3-6 Mafia in this show in the city in 19 years. You don't want to miss this. It's going to be crazy. Get your tickets, right? So this is fire, right? Because, yo, 3-6 Mafia, they've been on tour like all up and down the East Coast, right? They've been on tour with Bone Thugs and Harmony and DMX too, right? But the whole thing is like, yeah, yo, 3-6 Mafia, if they come to New York, it's like, yo, 3-6, and that's all good. And I love them, but for them to go back to like Memphis, Tennessee, like where it all started, like where they're from, is gonna be crazy. And they're saying that the show is gonna be off the chain, right? I'm sure they're gonna be bringing out everybody, right? They're probably gonna bring out Gangsta Boo, you know, Juicy J, DJ Paul, LaChat, Lil White, Crunchy Black. They probably gonna bring out everybody, even other people. Yo Gotti might come out, right? It's gonna be insane, right? Because yo, it's Memphis, you feel me? Young Dolph might come out, right? I mean, Yo Gotti and Young Dolph ain't gonna come out together, but you know, you know what I'm saying, right? But this is fire, man. It's kind of nostalgic. It's just dope for like a lot of people, especially the people that live in Louisiana, to like see one of their favorite groups back together on stage, all together. That's like people from New York seeing like Wu-Tang on stage all together in Staten Island. You know what I'm saying? It's like something that's gonna be super fire. I wish I could be there, but I'm gonna be here in Brooklyn. But it's gonna be dope, yo. Let me know what you think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.